this is example 6. All we're really doing is being a little bit more concrete in how we should evaluate our Boolean expression. So this is more of a note to you guys. So let's say that we have two variables, right? We have P and Q, like we always do. And P and Q, as always, can be... So let's define our function as right? Let's define it like that. What does that mean, right? Does it mean not Q and P, or not Q and not P, or not P? Which, what order do I interpret this in? Now, when we're dealing with, programming, there's a very specific order that's already laid out. It's mostly the case here, but we want to be as specific as possible, right? What always takes precedent? What is the first thing? What always takes precedent is unary operators, which in this case is the not. So the very first thing that happens is not P and not Q, right? We know that to be the case, right? That's already set in stone. Whether whether or and comes first. Traditionally, and comes first. In many programming languages, and is defined to come first. However, in some other programming languages, and or have the same precedence. Now, if you recall, if they have the same precedence, what order does it happen in? Left to right. We don't want any of that ambiguity. So what we should do is put parentheses around those statements, right? So that there's no question about what order everything happens in. So we negate Q, then we AND it with P, right? We negate P, we AND it with Q, and then we OR them both together. So we know in what order everything happens here. That's the message of this lesson. Put enough parentheses so that it's never ambiguous. It's also good coding practice. Even though your programming language defines what order things happen in, using parentheses makes it easier for a programmer to read because it's clear. So let's go ahead and evaluate this. Not Q is going to be 1, and P is going to be 0, right? Not P is going to be 1, and Q is going to be 0. 0 or 0 will be 0, right? In this case, not Q is going to be 0. 0 and 0 is 0. Not P is going to be 1. 1 and 1 is 1. 0 or 1 is going to be 1. I'm going to leave the rest as an exercise to you, right? But finish filling this in, and you'll see why parentheses are so important. All right? If you have any questions, ask them in the forum below.